Alright, so I'm back, and Jesus, this thing's loud. 2 seconds. Right, I've turned the noise down a little bit because this researcher makes some amount of noise. In fact, I think it's this assembler. Anyway, so I'm back with my research all done. I've pretty much researched everything that I can. Now, the next tiers all require Science Pack 2. So like conveyor to lights, walkways. I've just realised everything's swapped around now. I don't know why that's over there now. So I now need to start crafting Science Pack 2. But I'm going to have to create a lot more. Like, I'm going to have to put down a lot more assemblers and things and have a more complex thing because it needs conveyors and building blocks. Which is fine because I wanted to automate building blocks anyway. I seem to have a backup of xenoferrite plates. That's a good thing because it means I can probably grab them straight out of the machine. I don't know why they're backing up so much, but that's a good thing because I'll be able to make some assemblers. I will at least need 2. That's one thing I miss from Satisfactory is in Satisfactory you could obviously have recipes up on the screen. Maybe there's a way of doing it in this, but I'm not sure how. Right, so what I've done is I've made another drone station at the xenoferrite. That's going to then place the materials into a smelter to create xenoferrite plates. And then these xenoferrite plates will go to an assembler. Oh shit, I already had like 3 of them. Okay, so I've unlocked these sort of new conveyor things where you can have 2 belts coming out of it. I suppose that'd be handy. Right, so what do I need to create? Oh, Jesus Christ. Totally forgetting everything. Machinery parts. Right, so we'll use this to make machinery parts. Which isn't too hard. And then we can use, I'm assuming this brings us out here too? I'm not sure how these work. I'm not sure if these are working properly because you would have thought, yeah, you would have thought the second lane would be coming out of there. Maybe I'm just crap at using them. Oh, place down another one of these. Right, so all we need is a belt going into that. And this assembler will make conveyors. Pretty easy to deal with. Right, so we place both of these down at the back. Right, switch that to output, and right, we should be making belts. There we go. Right, what else do I need? So, building blocks. I think they're pretty easy to make, aren't they? And we're using a lot of these xenoferrites. Need some technium rods as well. This is putting xenoferrite plates out at 20 per minute. This needs 40 a minute. So that's not great. I think we're going to have to demolish these a little bit. We'll have to rejig all of this. I'm going to have 2 smelters. So I put one there, one there. There, so we have these 2 smelters creating xenoferrite plates at 20 per minute. This is obtaining them at about 40 per minute. So now I just need to put my assemblers down again. So in here we'll create the conveyors. No. Create the machine parts. And it wants them at 40 per minute, but 20 is not a bad rate to get at it. Right, so now I have this making conveyors at a semi-decent rate. This starter location, landing location, is still quite useful for just making xenoferrite plates, just for no cost at all. Oh, do these guys actually chip away at this completely? That looks like they're actually completely getting rid of it all. Oh, I didn't realise that. So these are only temporary. So what I'll do is, I'll take the conveyors out here. This one will be totally dedicated to making the Science Pack 2s. Right, so I just need to hook up another drone place. I should go check on my power actually because I'm building an absolute ton of stuff. Current output's at, well, I'm using about half my capacity on the energy front, so that's not too bad. Okay, so we've got technium rods here. And I just need to connect that to another assembler. This is the one that's going to be responsible for building blocks. Right, so I'm almost done. I just need to take this belt all the way down to another assembler. Which means I'm gonna probably have to invest in more belts, because I'm gonna run out in a second. There's just so much going on, I keep forgetting what I'm actually doing. So, this needs connected. So we make this a belt system, that's an input. And this one will be an output. I just need to connect the two. Alright, so we've got the plates going in there. No, the pipes. And then on the other side, I will do the same. I think we've got just enough. Yeah. So I've just dumped some resources in there. That'll make the plates. Right. Last thing I need to do is get the building blocks and the conveyors in here. There we are. And then we've got the conveyors, which is this one. Jesus, this is a fucking mess. Anyway, here comes all the stuff. Right, there we are. So this takes fucking forever to make the science pack 2. Let's check the grid status. Alright, we're at 1.5 megawatts. There we go. So that should be through here. Well, everything seems to be getting created at fast enough rate, but these things take forever to make. So I guess it's going to be a while unlocking everything. But at least there is making some headway. So let me see what I can unlock with all the tier 2 stuff. So we can get containers, steel. Oh, we get faster assemblers and things, that would definitely help. Explosives. I like explosives. Okay, so I'll let that work away. I'm going to have a little look around the map, because I don't know what happens if you go past the boundary there. And if this is kind of like Minecraft, I'm assuming there's resources underground. Okay. So the map expands. Let me see, there's Techlum ore down there. And it kind of looks like there's another biome over here as well, like a red rock. I'll have a little investigate of that. Oh look, ignium ore over there. Oh, the water looks nice. I didn't actually expect it to look that good. Okay, so that's ignium is under the water. This is a very cool biome. And I've got loads of other stuff that I've not unlocked yet, so. You know, these rocks and things look pretty incredible. And you can just break them all up. So, it looks like there's about, what, 3 biomes, 4 biomes? You've got like forest, desert, red rock, like savanna or whatever, then mountain. Well, there's like a very green, that may be a jungle. It's kind of like Minecraft, but it'll just keep generating. I wonder if you drown as well. Technically I'm a robot, am I? So I shouldn't. Well, I'm gonna let this work away on the research. I'll unlock some stuff. And then I'll revisit it afterwards. Alright, fast forward a little bit. So, I've done a bunch of research. This thing's got an irritating noise to it. So, you know, I've unlocked things like double door. I'll be getting conveyor 2. I unlocked a second assembler, steel making. You know, the problem is it takes a while to research things. All of the stuff going to it is now backing up. You can see all these science pack 2s. So the actual thing that's slowing me down is the research center. I don't know if I can make 2 of these. It might be something worth looking at, to be honest. But apparently you can make another research server. I don't know if that doubles your research time. Or you can do 2 researches at once. But I'm going to find out. Because I'm going to shove it down here. Basically all I need to do is just run the belts, like split up the research packs. Oh, so there's no research active at the moment anyway. I'm scanning, I've just unlocked ore for mineral rock, ore scanner. And it looks like I make concrete and stuff. I guess I'll go down that path. Okay, so it gives you double speed, 200%. There we go. So we now have 2 research servers working away. So that means I should be unlocking stuff at a much faster rate. Now, I have unlocked a bunch of extra stuff, and I don't know how useful it is. Let me have a look. So I got a crusher. I don't even know what that does. I mean, the name does give it away slightly, but I'm not sure what it makes. I'm going to place one down and have a little look. Okay, so it makes a blend, so you can have the two different types of ores blending into one. Where did I put assembler part 2? So you need one assembler. Okay, so you need advanced machinery parts. Which needs steel, which needs xenoferrite ignium ore blend. Okay, so now things are starting to get a lot more complicated. Anyway, so here's a little, I want to see how the building system was, see if it was as good as Minecraft. So you can see here that, I mean, the door animation is fantastic. This is very sort of Star Warsy. I like that. And I just dug down here. I will say, you can only dig with this drill at the moment anyway. And it does take quite a while. But things like these stairs look very cool. And yeah, so if you really want to, you can make yourself a little man cave. But it's not really any point to it, because in this game there's no enemies to hide from. So I can kind of show you here as I get rid of this dirt. I mean, that looks like sand, but it comes up as dirt. Just kind of how slow the process can be. This is a almost fully upgraded drill as well. So it's a little bit of a painful time. Hopefully there's a better way of getting rid of stuff in the future. Because the range isn't very good either. Look, I can't... I'm standing almost right next to it and I can't do anything. There we go. That's the range. Right, so just I'm going to give a shot of making some of that xenoferrite ignium ore combination. I'm a bit worried about the grid status. Yeah, we are at quite a high level. So I think I'm going to have to put another one of these down. There we go. So hopefully we should be making 4 megawatts of power now. I'm a little confused. Okay, so these are both working at half capacity now. I think we're okay. Oh, research complete. So to unlock high voltage energy grids, you have to unlock all this stuff first. Or refinement, that seems like it would make sense to do that. Right, so we've got this making ignium. And what I'll do is I'll place another bit of land this way. Right, and this is where I'll place my crusher. Now I'm going to need a ton of conveyors. And some of the conveyor up and down bits, ramps. So we'll have 2 inputs in the back here. Both the resources. Oh, it's not technium we need, eh? It's the xenoferrite. Right, that was stupid of me. Well, I may as well just delete all of this, because I'm not going to be using it. Right, let's try this again. So the xenoferrite's over here. Quite simply, all we got to do is really put another drone thing down. Put a crusher down. Just somewhere like here would be fine. Then we can put the connections to it like that. I love how everything just works when you place it on. That's one thing that's really neat about this game. You know, you just place it on the foundations and it's got power to it, assuming you're connected to the power grid. But we're doing alright for power. Alright, configure that. So we're making xenoferrite. Ignium ore blend. So that'll be an intake as well. Right, there we go. So all the resources will be going to the crusher. Only thing is, I don't actually know what you do with it. I think I've got an assembler too. Yeah. No, that was it. I need advanced machinery parts, which need steel beams. That was it. So you need a smelter. So this ore goes into the smelter. And the smelter makes steel beams. Got light poles as well, apparently. Now we look at these. I don't know if they make much difference. I suppose it's a nice little aesthetic. Right, I can make an assembler too now. I don't know if there's any difference to this. I think it just makes the same stuff, but a little bit faster. That's the only difference. So I think the last thing I'm going to try doing is making these explosives. Because I'm wondering if explosives blow up like the craters. Be a good way to get rid of stuff if you don't want it anymore. Like get rid of like clear the land is what I'm trying to say. Clear the land. Right, for this next process I'm gonna have to build more out this way. Right, so to make an explosive charge, oh my god, that's a lot. Right, so the first thing I'm going to need is a smelter. Right, so I'm making technum rods. So I need the technum rods to make wire coils. I'm going to need a bunch more assemblers, so I better work on that first. You know what? I've just realised I could just make an explosive charge. I don't even need to automate that shit. So, that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to go over to this desert and try it out. Just sort of my thoughts on this game. It's definitely really in depth. You could spend a lot of time playing this. I mean, look at the mess I've made in the very short period of time. And I've barely scratched the surface. There's a lot of stuff still to research. And also the fact it's a procedurally generated map, you know, that goes on forever. Twinned with the fact that these resource ores, nodes, they're limited. Which means you're going to have to move about the map eventually. I really like how it shows you how big they are as well. Like, there's a massive technum ore. I'm hoping there's better transport sort of methods rather than just the conveyor belts, because conveyor belts, they're a little bit fiddly. That's the only thing I don't like. Satisfactory, for example, is a lot more easy to place things. However, it doesn't have the procedurally generated maps, which isn't a bad thing, but some people prefer this. So let me try using explosives. And so I'm expecting this might blow a hole in the land. Let me see. Wow. Huh. That's actually impressive. I like that. Well, that's one reason to play this game, is if you like blowing stuff up, it's got pretty cool explosive animation. Very cartoony. Now, one thing I want to try that I haven't yet is, I don't know how the water physics works. Like, will this turn into a swimming pool? Okay, so it's very similar to Minecraft. You get a couple of blocks leeway. Yeah, it's not as impressive as I thought it would have been. Right, I'm just going to leave that there at the moment. There's not much more else I want to do in this game. It is only a demo, and I don't want to spend too much sort of time playing it. So far, had a pretty good time playing it. So, thanks for watching, and I shall catch you later.